Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a Harry Potter Quidditch Champions video. Yes, that's right. The new Harry Potter game is soon upon us. We just got the new release date, which is September 3rd. And this game will be coming to Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, and PC, as well as Xbox. But it obviously will come at a later date for the Nintendo Switch, as most games usually do for the Switch that come out for other systems. The same thing happened to Hogwarts Legacy. The game wasn't ready for Nintendo Switch, so it came out at a later date. And speaking of Hogwarts Legacy, this is the mode that everyone wanted in that game. This is Quidditch. This game is entirely based upon the game of Quidditch, and you'll be able to play from school level to World Cup level. This game will feature a single-player career mode, online competitive matches, and more. Honestly, all of that has me really keen for this game. I unfortunately didn't get to playtest. I did sign up for it, but I never got an email back. Sad face. But from what I've heard, the game is fun. It's quite casual, but you can take it more seriously if you want to. And honestly, I'm getting huge Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup vibes from this game. I don't know if any of you have ever played that game. It was an old game on the PS2. I played the crap out of that game as a kid. So I'm really keen to see what this one's all about. It really feels like a spiritual successor to that game. So here's hoping that the gameplay stands up and I can really get behind this. And honestly, to begin with, I didn't know what to expect from this. Because if you guys did play Quidditch World Cup, you'll know that that game was a game where you sort of played all the positions. You play as the chaser during most of the game, and then every now and again, once the golden snitch bar had charged up, you would switch to whoever the seeker was on your team, and you would try to catch the golden snitch to win the game, or at least get the 110 points and end the game early. So I was half expecting that with this. However, judging by some of the menus here in the gameplay, it looks like we're actually going to be playing all the different positions, and you can team up with your friends, or obviously do it with AI, and play in different positions. You can see in the top left of the character customization screen, it shows the position. And if you look at this one in particular, it says keeper favorite position. So it looks like when you're possibly online matchmaking, you can choose to have a preference for what position you want to play, and the game will try to find you matches where you'll play in that position. Which honestly, I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting to play individual positions and sort of team up with other people playing in different positions as well. But I really dig that. That's something I think that a Quidditch game needs. Quidditch World Cup was a lot of fun, but sort of having the ability to be a team with other people in the online game mode will be a lot of fun, I think. And obviously you'll be facing other people, so I'm really keen to see how all the different positions actually work. Just to give you a quick rundown of the positions if you don't know the rules of Quidditch, the chaser will grab the quaffle, which is the main ball, and try to put it through one of these three hoops. You have the beater, who basically defends the players from a ball called the bludger, which just like hunts players down basically and knocks them off their broom. You have the keeper, who's defending the three hoops, and then you have the seeker, who is trying to catch the golden snitch, which from memory gives you 110 points and will end the game early. I'm not sure how that mechanic is going to work in this. Now obviously in this, the snitch will be worth much less. It's according to this clip worth 30 points. I'm not sure if it still ends the game early though, because as fun as Quidditch is, the rules are kind of bonkers and totally unfair. However, if your team is good enough and you score enough goals, each goal you get is 10 points through a hoop. So if you manage to score enough goals before one of the seekers catches the snitch, let's say you're Gryffindor, you've got 120 points, you're facing Ravenclaw and they've got 0 points, the Ravenclaw seeker catches the snitch, you still win because you're 10 points ahead. The snitch is only worth 110. Alright, before people yell at me in the comments, I just googled, it's 150 points. My bad, alright? I probably should have googled that before, but I've done it now, alright? Don't yell at me in the comments. Now, like I said, there was a play test going on, or several play tests going on that you could sign up for. Unfortunately, I didn't get to do it, but I've heard from people that have, and it sounds like the game's a lot of fun. And honestly, they were kind of surprised with the gameplay reveal in this trailer, because obviously they're used to seeing the gameplay, they know how it works. So for most of us, this is the first time we're seeing gameplay, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm hoping for like a Rocket League-esque casual sort of competitive game here, where I can jump in, do a few matches, but not feel too inclined to keep playing. Hopefully it's not too rage baity, you know what I mean? Like you go up against people that are clearly much better than you in the online game mode. But the single player career mode honestly interests me. I'm more interested to see how that all works. I'm hoping for like a FIFA-esque career mode here, where you can play for your individual Quidditch club, and then you can play for like a national team on the World Cup stage. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from this, so hopefully it works like that. You sort of work your way up from school level to maybe a national sort of league club level, and then you can do the international level, which is the World Cup. I'm also interested to see how many teams are actually in this game. We can obviously see that the Hogwarts houses are in this game, obviously. It would be ridiculous if it wasn't. So we'll be able to play as Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, and Slytherin. Not only that, we'll be able to play on the iconic Hogwarts Quidditch pitch, but we will have at least 4 other Quidditch pitches we'll be able to play on. This trailer sort of shows off a Durmstrang Quidditch pitch, Beauxbatons Quidditch pitch, the World Cup stage Quidditch pitch, which sort of has a Ministry of Magic sort of vibe to it, so it's probably something along those lines. And it's also been confirmed that we'll be able to play on the Burrows, where the Weasleys actually stayed, along their Quidditch pitch. So that's 5 pitches confirmed. There might be more. I remember in Quidditch World Cup, you could actually play as national teams, and one of the national teams was Australia, and we had an Australian Quidditch pitch, which was awesome. So here's hoping there's something like that for this game, or if at least not at launch there isn't that. We'll get those sort of free updates as the game progresses, and we'll get other countries, other teams, other pitches added, much like Rocket League added different pitches with updates and stuff. I kind of want that for this game. Not only that though, we'll be able to play as iconic characters, so don't worry if you don't want to make your own character and customize and whatever, which why wouldn't you, honestly? The customization looks actually in depth here. Lots of different outfits and customization for hair and stuff like that. So keen to see more of that. But you'll be able to play as characters like Harry Potter, Draco Malfoy, Cho Chang, Ron Weasley, and more. And obviously, like I said, you can create your own champion. You can customize them with different helmets, hats, robes, sweaters, whatever you want. You can customize their looks, like their hair and stuff. So really keen to see more of this. It's already been confirmed that the game won't have microtransactions. On their FAQ page, it actually says there are no plans to include microtransaction in the game at this time. Everything you can see here in the customization shop is earned through, I guess, unlocks, or you can use in-game earned gold to purchase items. Which brings me on to my next point. There's obviously no microtransaction, so surely the game's expensive, right? Well, by today's standard, it's actually not. Obviously, big AAA games are anywhere from $70 to $100 Australian. Sometimes they go past that, which is, just stop, please. Games industry. I know games are expensive to make. Drop the prices, man. I can't handle anything past $100. Even $100 is just too much. But luckily, Quidditch Champions won't be that. It is 50 Australian dollars for the standard edition, 60 if you want the deluxe edition. It's going to be fairly casual for most people, I think. It will be sort of a jump in, jump out kind of game where you'll play a couple matches, have a bit of fun, jump out, won't take it too seriously, right? Obviously, there will be people that do take it more seriously, get really good at the competitive mode. I'd be very surprised if there isn't some sort of esports stage for this game, just because of, you know, the popularity of the IP, and esports really lends itself to these kind of games where it's sort of team based. You can get good at different positions and stuff, you know what I mean? So like esports is probably a pretty big potential for this game. Here's hoping, because I'd love to see like really top-notch players play this game. But having the game at this price point makes it more accessible for a lot of people, and obviously, you know, non-gamers who are Harry Potter fans are probably looking at this game and thinking of picking it up. So again, the price point really works for that. It'll get a lot more people involved in the game, which I think is important. Obviously, we have the single player career mode, but I think what's going to keep this game driving on and alive and sort of giving it life so that the devs have an excuse to update the game more and more and add more content is the online competitive mode. Now, obviously, I'm talking about how decent the price point is, but you could make an argument that this game could be free to play. And I think if it doesn't do too well on launch, it probably will move to that because it will be more accessible. People will be more inclined to actually play. But at that point, if it's going to be free to play, they'll have to add microtransactions. So it's a bit of a weird one. They obviously want to make quite a bit of money off this because it's a big IP. Harry Potter will sell ridiculous amounts of copies for anything related to the IP. Just look at Hogwarts Legacy last year. Non-gamers were sort of picking this up because it was a Harry Potter based game. They just wanted to play Harry Potter things. They wanted to explore the castle, right? So it's going to be the same for Quidditch Champions. And I'm not really sure how in-depth the game is yet. So as decent as the price point is, there's arguments to make it free to play. There's arguments to even make it cheaper. It depends how in-depth the game is, how popular it's going to be, whether it's going to stay alive, those kind of things. I'm just glad it's not like full price AAA level, because if it had been that, I think it would have absolutely failed. But we'll see how this game does at this price point. Now, I've obviously mentioned a lot about the online play. The game will be only up to 3 players in online co-op. So obviously if you're playing against other people, it will be 3v3, so 6-player matches, which isn't too bad. That keeps it pretty easy to find matches, I think, even if the game has a lower player count at any stage. It should be fairly easy to find online games. However, apparently in the beta and the playtests of the game was fully 6v6 matches, because that's just how many people are on a team in Quidditch, right? They've changed that to where you will play 3 roles per team, and then the other 3 players will be bots for each team, which is a little odd. A lot of people are saying that they should change it back to how it was. Every player on the pitch should be an actual human being, because it just makes the competitive a bit weird to do. So we'll see what happens. Maybe they'll change it, maybe they won't. But how it currently works is you'll select from a combination of roles, which is Chaser Keeper, Chaser Beater, or Chaser Seeker, and you can swap between the 2 chosen positions throughout play, with the bot taking control of the remaining role. Yeah, again, it's really weird. Obviously it helps with keeping the game alive with player counts and stuff. It's a little easier to find matches if it's just 6 people to start a match, whereas if every position was filled with a human being, it would be 12-player matches, not 6-player matches. So I'm wondering if they're covering their asses, not expecting a lot of sales, which is weird because it's a Harry Potter game. It's going to sell well, but not if they keep making decisions like this. So we'll see how we go. But yeah, I'm honestly really excited for this game. I love Harry Potter. If any of you were around when I made the Hogwarts Legacy videos, you know that I love Harry Potter. You know that I love Harry Potter games. So I'm really keen to get my hands on this. I'm keen to hear what you guys think. So let me know in the comments down below what you think of Harry Potter Quidditch Champions. Are you looking forward to it? Are you going to pick it up? Does this interest you? Let me know in the comments down below. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more Harry Potter Quidditch Champions videos, because I'll definitely be making more in this game. Become a member today if you want to support me in another way. You get early access to videos and live streams. And thank you so much for watching this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!